I would cross the street if I saw a woman wearing a hijab in London. That's how bad my mind was affected by the media in the UK.
Seorang YouTuber muda Inggris yang biasa menggambarkan dirinya sebagai seorang ateis, masuk Islam setelah beberapa tahun mengenal Islam. Jay Palfrey membagikan video di saluran YouTube miliknya yang menunjukkan dia melakukan syahadat di Masjid Sulaiman, Istanbul, Turki. Sejak 2017, Palfrey telah melakukan tur ke berbagai negara Muslim dan Timur untuk mengeksplorasi kecintaan akan bahasa, budaya, spiritualitas, dan perjalanan. Awalnya dia pergi ke Irak dan Turki. Ia melakukan perjalanan ini untuk memperbaiki citra banyak tempat indah yang telah dirusak oleh media barat. Sejak kecil dia hidup di sebuah desa di pinggiran Inggris. Mayoritas di daerahnya adalah warga non-muslim. Sejak kecil dia mendengar dan menonton sajian berita negatif tentang Islam, apalagi sejak peristiwa 9/11. Tiada hari pemberitaan di media massa menyajikan gambaran Islam yang buruk dan penuh dengan paham ekstremisme. Nyatanya berbeda ketika dia pergi ke negara di mana mayoritas Muslim hidup. Mereka penuh cinta, kedamaian, dan rasa persaudaraan yang tinggi. Ini dialaminya sendiri saat menginap di salah satu rumah warga di sana. Salah satunya ketika dia melakukan perjalanan ke Mesir, Februari 2020.
How did you hear about Islam for the first time?
That goes back probably 20 years when we go back to the story of 9/11. The first time I heard about Islam in a very negative way. And if we're talking more of a positive thing, I learned about Islam probably 3 years ago from traveling, meeting these people, and then I really learned about Islam when I read the Quran last year during lockdown.
How did you perceive Islam before you became a Muslim? Did you have any prejudice?
Yes, I had very negative perceptions about Muslims. Especially, there was many attacks in the UK from extremists, and the media has a very good way of making that stereotype to 2 billion people when it's just a handful of bad people making those choices. I would cross the street if I saw a woman wearing a hijab in London. That's how bad my mind was affected by the media in the UK, because I didn't give myself the opportunity to really learn what Islam was about. And thankfully over the past 3 years I've really learned and discovered exactly what Islam is, and that's the religion of peace.
Dia menambahkan bahwa banyak orang yang salah paham tentang Islam yang sebenarnya karena tindakan minoritas kecil. Karena itu, ia berjanji akan melanjutkan perjalanannya untuk menyebarkan kepositifan dan cinta.
What was the thing that made you interested in Islam?
Originally, it was meeting the people when I traveled. I rarely traveled to Muslim majority countries, and I went to Istanbul, thankfully 4 years ago. And then I decided to actually go to Iraq in September 2019, and that completely changed my perceptions and made me want to research more about the positivity of Islam. I went to Iraq for the first time when I was 23.
So you met some good people who were Muslims?
Yes.
So you were interested in
So
Islam?
I was interested, and then I gave myself the time to really research and discover the true Islam away from the media in the UK.
How did you feel when you first took the Shahada?
The most immense sense of happiness and peace, and I don't think I've come to a point where I've been so happy and so alive. It was the best feeling in the world. So before I entered the mosque, I was an atheist. My life didn't have much meaning. I didn't believe there was a creator. I thought after death, that was it. And once I entered the mosque and I took the Shahada and I took those words and I said those words, I was so happy, and I felt like my life went from black and white to color. It was the best feeling in the world.
Dia bersyukur setelah memeluk Islam. Teman-temannya sangat mendukung pilihan hidupnya, terutama orang tuanya. Awalnya dia merasa khawatir ketika ibunya mengetahui. Tetapi setelah tahu, Ibu Palfrey sangat mendukung atas pilihan agamanya ini. Diketahui sejak kecil Palfrey merupakan anak dari keluarga yang jauh dari hidup berkecukupan. Sejak sekolah, dia selalu mengalami perundungan, entah dari segi fisik maupun ekonomi. Demi kesehatan mentalnya, dia pun pindah dan mencari universitas jauh dari kampung halaman. Dia pun bekerja paruh waktu mengumpulkan banyak uang untuk kesenangannya melakukan perjalanan ke berbagai negara. Dari perjalanannya inilah dia menemukan Islam. Jay Palfrey kini bertekad untuk memberitahu kepada dunia bahwa Islam adalah agama yang baik dan cinta damai. Semoga dakwah Palfrey ini diberi ganjaran yang besar. Amin.
What is the aim of the Jay? Why are you traveling that much?
I hopefully, inshallah, will change the negative perceptions about Muslims all across the world. I post on YouTube and my Instagram all the positive things about the culture, the food, the people, the way of life to hopefully change perceptions back in the UK. Back in the UK and America, perceptions about Muslims are incredibly negative, and hopefully, inshallah, I will change that.
In one of your videos, you said that you love Pakistan and Turkey more than other countries. What is the reason for that? Why Pakistan and Turkey?
I think I love Pakistan so much because, again, I never heard anything positive about this country. The main things I heard were terrorism and war and violence. And I felt such genuine love from these people. And the same with Turkey. Those two countries are my favorite because of the people, the food and the culture. I could talk about the mosques. I love the mosques here. I feel incredible here. And I took my Shahada in the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul.
MashaAllah.
So I think that's why I have such a connection to these two countries, especially Turkey, because Istanbul changed my life. It's where I took my Shahada, it's where I made the best decision of my life.
Instead of eating cornflakes in United States or United Kingdom,
Yes.
you prefer to eat kebab in Turkey.
Yes, I bet.
If there was a chance to speak to whole non-Muslims in the world, especially for the ones who have prejudice to Islam, what would you like to say if you had a 1 minute?
Learn from your own personal experiences, not the media. Travel the world, travel to Muslim majority countries, and give yourself the opportunity and the time to speak to Muslims and learn about their journey, their stories and their life, because I promise it will never be what the media says. And also when you travel around the world and if you see any kind of negativity, just know that Islam is perfect and Muslims are not.
We are very nice to meet you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Your journey, your story is very interesting. Inshallah, your aim is great. Inshallah, you will be succeeded, brother.
Inshallah, I can keep doing this until the whole world finally has a positive view of Islam.